5 of the things running.
So you've got the ref stand, that one, and then one more. One on the stand.
And this
Same smart. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you dishing?
Yeah.
Sick. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the VLA Kickoff Classic. I feel like we just left you with the last stream. It ended about 30 minutes ago, and we are back for more volleyball. Team LVC in the second half of a back-to-back for them against this morning's winners, the Phoenix Ascension. I'm Rob St. Clair. Thanks for tuning in on the VLA YouTube channel live. This is going to be a good one. We will introduce the teams, and then we'll give it to you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the VLA Kickoff Classic. This afternoon's match featuring the Phoenix Ascension and the New York Legion. Introducing the teams first, the Phoenix Ascension at setter, number 10, Vince Sanzuki. At opposite, number 4, Sean Peterson. Outside hitter, number 8, Joe Kawiyakamoa. Outside hitter number 5, Sam Haggard. Middle blocker number 9, Connor Doherty. Middle blocker number 19, Garrett Lowe. And libero number 6, CJ Suarez. The Ascension are captained by Vince Sanzuki and coached by Kyle Moon. And Team LVC from New York. At setter number 4, Luke Braswell. Opposite number 1, Chris Hosley. Outside hitter number 18, Cody Kessel. Outside hitter number 7, Landon Shorts. Middle blocker number 8, AJ Witkowski. Middle blocker number 10, Lance Rogers. And libero number 3, Mike Pelletier. LVC is captained by Chris Hosley and coached by CJ Dink. Our officials are Dave Sines and John Rodewald. All right, the teams are set to go. LVC in white with the pink flamingos on the near side of your screen. Ascension in that beautiful purple on the far side. Both teams 1-0 on the day, but they got there in very different ways. Ascension pretty handily beat Team Pineapple this morning 3-0, although they had to come back in 2 sets to do so. And LVC, it seems like they literally just finished a barn burner of a 5-setter against the Chicago Icemen, winning 15-13 Game 5. So this will be a test to LVC's depth. They've got a lot of pieces that are able to be recycled and given rest that played in the first match, but Witkowski, Kessel, Braswell, and Pelletier are all starting their second match in a row. And this will be a battle of the 2 team captains. Vince Zanzuki setting for the Ascension this time. He starts this off. Witkowski dug by Suarez, but not for long as it goes to the back wall. And A.J. Witkowski, who was sensational out of the middle in the last match, earning match MVP honors, starts us off in this one with a wrist-away kill. Mentioned Vince Zanzuki, the captain, a utility player setting this match for the Ascension. His counterpart, Captain Chris Hosley, number 1 in white, playing opposite for LVC. One-handed set by Zanzuki. And that ball somehow kept alive, I think. Overpass for Kessel. LVC begging for a net violation. Haggard on the right side, rolled over the top. Very confusing play here. Kessel will take another swing at it. Sharp cross court, and he puts it away. Wow. A lot of action for the second point of the match there. LVC grabs the point on serve in scrambling fashion, and Braswell, the young setter, at only 23 out of Penn State. He won the last match with a float serve ace. Over the top of the block and out of a reach of a diving shorts, number 4, Sean Peterson, with the first kill of his VLA career. The opposite out of Springfield. He is from the East Coast, played collegiately on the East Coast before moving to Tucson, Arizona, so knows a lot of these guys really well. A couple Springfield alums on the LVC side as well. Sam Haggard, number 5 in purple, serving for the Ascension. Witkowski again, but this time he's rejected. The double block of Garrett Lowe and Joe Kawiakamoa, combining that time to block that ball deep. Several players on the Ascension hailing from the Arizona State schools, U of A and ASU, Haggard being one of them, an Arizona State alum. Really good pass. Kessel on the right side, over the top of the block, dug by Suarez. And Zanzuki to the middle, tapped to the floor by Garrett Lowe. Another born and bred Arizona boy from Phoenix, went to U of A. Haggard again, a serve right into the seam. Nice wrist away puzzler right between shorts and Pelletier. Nice locational jump serving. Three to 2 the score. Actually 4-2, my apologies. Hosley on the left side, through a seam in the block is Doug. Suarez keeps it alive, gonna have to be a free ball here. Kessel, Braswell, back to Kessel, and off the block and out of bounds on the right side. Talked a lot about Cody Kessel in the last match. His experience in the USA gym, his experience in Germany, played at Princeton, but from Colorado Springs. A huge pickup for Team LVC. He's playing his second straight match. He just played a 5-setter. He's getting back at it. That's a lot of energy, even for someone as athletic and in shape as Kessel. What a cross-court dig by Braswell. Another chance for Ascension. And tipped straight down the line by Kawiakamoa. Braswell can't make 2 plays in a row. Point Phoenix. Perfect pass. Shorts his first look, and he's dug by the middle blocker Low. Kawiakamoa out of the pipe is dug. Excuse me, that was Haggard. It was Kawiakamoa on the put away on the overpass. What a point by Phoenix. These guys are really coming to play today. Garrett Lowe, big 6'8" middle blocker, taking that dig right in the chest, popping it up off the swing of Landon Shorts. Impressive stuff, and Ascension leads 6-3. Shorts again this time. Beats a diving Haggard. And gets the side out for the New York Legion. Witkowski, an effective float server, working on Haggard's hands. Perfect pass. But a really smart play by Lance Rogers there as the ball got to the plane of the net. Zanzuki, a back row setter. If Rogers goes up and even touches that ball, it's LVC's point. Smart play by number 10 in white. Just out of bounds on the float serve. Peterson the opposite to the back row here. Zanzuki to the front. And look at the float serve from Peterson. He misses it short. Now Hosley for Legion serving against Ascension's rotation 4 receive. Easily handled by Suarez. Doherty out of the middle. Nice block touch by Rogers. Shorts high off the hands and out of play, and a nice transition point by Team LVC. An outstanding block touch by number 10 in white, Lance Rogers. Big 6'8" middle out of George Mason. One of the very best read blockers you will ever see. We're tied up at 7. Peterson out of the back row, rolled down the line but missed it wide. Well watched by Pelletier. I like the off-speed choice. Block gave him some space down there, but not quite accurate enough, and LVC takes the lead 8-7. Another good serve by Hosley. Peterson again, definitely behind that ball a little bit too much. Oh, transition 31 set picked up by Peterson, but couldn't be sent back over by Haggard. That's effectively a kill for Lance Rogers. I like how available he is in transition as an attacking option. Important for a middle to at least be available. Luke Braswell, the setter, did a good job finding him that time. Hosley with a nice little service run here. Clips the tape, handled by Haggard again. Perfect pass. Kawiakamoa through the block of Braswell and out of play. Joe Kawiakamoa, number 8 in purple. Just an amazing volleyball player, an amazing story. Grew up a setter, was a setter at BYU, an All-American. Was a setter in A1 Italy, one of the top leagues in the world. Moves back stateside at the end of his overseas career and decides, you know what, I think I'm going to play outside now. And he does at an extremely high level. And I like hearing about how his setting experience informs his outside hitter game. Just an unbelievable athlete. Speaking of athletes, Landon Shorts, number 7, a name that not a lot of people should know all that well. 23-year-old out of Stevenson University, a Division III All-American. Only about 6'1", but unbelievably springy and explosive, with a great arm and good ball control sense. A lot of his teammates have compared his play style to Taylor Crabb. Look at that cannon of a serve, and an even better pass by Suarez. Haggard down the line. Off the block, dug by Hosley, but not for long. It's a sensational pass by number 6 in black on the far side, CJ Suarez, who I was so impressed with this morning against Team Pineapple. Suarez, a 6-foot libero, California native, went to Cal State Northridge. It's a good MPSF program. Good pass by Pelletier. And dumped over by Luke Braswell, the front row setter, at about 6'5". Not afraid to throw that ball down there, take the offense into his own hands. And now it'll be interesting to see, now that Braswell's done it, if Zanzuki recognizes it and does it right back. Not an uncommon thing for setters to want to do. Rogers with the float serve. Haggard, blocked by Witkowski, but covered. Kessel wins the joust, but it's kept alive on the Ascension side. Another good block by Witkowski. That one stays alive. Free ball coming. A confusing one. This is a free ball over from Kawiakamoa, but it doesn't quite clear the net. And another crazy scramble play won by Team LVC. I talked to Lance Rogers serving here yesterday on our little pre-stream that we did in the gym. We talked about his serving and his defense. He says he has to average at least one left back dig per match on the weekend, so maybe this is the one, Lance. A little weird contact there. Free ball sent over, but no offsetter on the floor easily for Team LVC, and it turns into a Phoenix stuff block. A decent dig there by LVC, but they didn't have a second setter designated with Libero off the floor. Very suboptimal offensive chance. And Zanzuki with the stuff block as he goes back to serve. Perfect pass by Shorts. And Hosley out of the back row just misses it long. Kawiakamoa dodges that bullet. Phoenix back within 1, 11 serving 12. Zanzuki again, really consistent server. Overpass, nice block touch by Braswell. Bick to Shorts, nice block touch covered by Zanzuki. Peterson on the left side is roofed but covered. Haggard over the top, did he get the touch? No, he did not. That's a good high-level volleyball point right there. A lot of good blocking and defense being done. And that is not a bad swing at all by Sam Haggard. All he wanted was the fingertips, and he just missed them. I don't know if LVC is going to substitute someone in here. No, it looks like they won't. Rotation 1 receive here for Phoenix on the far side. Haggard in the L1 spot, passing on and hitting on the right in this rotation only. Beautiful float serve from Braswell, but an even better pass and low out of the middle. Taps it to the floor. CJ Suarez is a steel trap back there, man. I'm really impressed with this kid. Here's Haggard with the float serve. Perfect pass from Kessel. Hosley on the left, through a seam in the block, dug by Kawiakamoa. Does he have the transition to take a swing at this? He does, and he scores. Look at that transition from number 8 in purple. Coming in, making a pretty hard-driven ball defensive play in the off-blocker spot. Hustling to get his feet back out to the sideline, get a decent approach. And then the vision to terminate that ball through the seam. Really impressive for number 8 in purple, Joe Kawiakamoa, and we're tied up at 13. Haggard again, this time working on Shorts. Kessel on the right side, way underneath that ball, tips it over the top, and nobody there to pick it up. Smart play by Kessel. Kessel's father, of course, John Kessel, longtime director in several different roles in the USA Volleyball organization. I had the pleasure of having Cody on my podcast, The Deep Corner, a week or two ago after we learned that he was going to be playing for LVC this weekend. It was amazing to listen to him talk about growing up in Colorado Springs, right by where the national team used to train. That ball had out of bounds by Peterson. It's fascinating to hear Cody talk about just walking into the gym as a teenager and seeing guys like Reed Priddy, Clay Stanley, Loy Ball even, whose gym we are in now. Practice at the highest level, and now it's kind of come full circle. Kessel again working down the line. Passed by Haggard well off the net. Kawiakamoa against a well-formed block, and he finds a seam again. Man, that guy's vision is just out of control. I can't believe he sees the things that he's able to see. Pretty easy serve by Garrett Lowe. Hosley on the right side, dug cross court by Zanzuki, kept alive by Haggard. Tipped into the block smartly by Kawiakamoa. Basically a free ball here for LVC. Shorts on the left side. Tried to use his wrist to bring it back cross court, but missed it wide. 15 apiece. Nice competitive set one here. Energy for both teams is pretty high, or at least it is for the Ascension. LVC is going to have to fight an energy battle throughout this match after they just played a back-to-back. And that's an uncharacteristic miss. The connection not there between Braswell and Witkowski. That kind of tip attempt missed short into the net. Phoenix retakes the lead, 16-15. Perfect pass from Kessel. There's Witkowski, that time slapping it through the tape into the floor. Witkowski, number 8 in white, to serve. 31-year-old out of Endicott College. Kawiakamo with the left hand. What? Dug by Kessel, though. Shorts on the left side against a well-formed block and chops it cross court for a kill. Nice dig by Kessel to set that all up. LVC retakes the lead at 17-16. Ooh, aggressive set from Zanzuki to Doherty, but the connection not quite there on the 31. This is well out of bounds, and the LVC lead is 2. That could be a big play if this set continues to be as close as it is. Set by Suarez, well off the net. Kawiakamo high into the hands, barely kept alive by Kessel. This is going to be a free ball, though. Where does Zanzuki go with this? To the middle, and Doherty pounded cross body. Connor Doherty, number 9 in purple, 6'7" middle, from the Chicago suburbs, Aurora, Illinois, but went to Grand Canyon University for college. Stayed in Arizona for quite a while. Now actually lives and works in Mississippi. Not exactly a volleyball hotbed, so it's exciting to get him here to play some more high-level ball. Nice block touch off the attacker Rogers. Another free ball here for LVC. Hosley on the right side. Right through the block and into the end line. A kill for the veteran captain Hosley, the 38-year-old out of Springfield University. The founder and spiritual leader of Team LVC, also on the VLA board of directors. Does so much for the game of volleyball in the state of New York and beyond. And he's replaced here to serve by Eric Martin in the 6-2 substitution. First look at Ryan Adams on the right side, number 17 in white. He gets a kill off the Martin set. We saw LVC use this little 6-2 a little bit in the last match, pulling Braswell and whoever the starting opposite is in favor of Adams and Martin to either give the guys their break or give the other team a different look. And so far so good in both matches as LVC leads 2017. Kawiakamo rolled towards Martin, taking the setter out of the play. Pelletier has to set shorts, and he beats it through the chest part of the block somehow. Yeah, it looked like a stuff block to me momentarily, but no, it fell on the Ascension side. What a stuff block by Rogers. Whoa. And what I didn't really notice until just now is that Phoenix also using a 6-2. Zach Melcher and Brian Lewis, the setter in the opposite, inserted this time. And that time Kawiakamo was rejected by Rogers. LVC with a 5-point lead, now 4 with the service error. This has been a nice little run since the insertion of Martin and Adams into the game on the 6-2. 31 set dug by Suarez. Kept alive by Pelletier. Another set to Rogers, tapped over the top. Melcher's got a chance at this. Kawiakamo out of the pipe, tipped and dug by Kessel. Another beautiful tip out of the pipe. This time Kessel scoring in zone 2 out of the reach of a diving Melcher. It's the thing about the 6-2 that you can kind of tell right now that the offenses aren't totally firing on all cylinders. It doesn't seem perfect. It's not totally clicking just quite right. Oh, and a net violation by Rogers on the tap down. That is an unfortunate mistake. And a break for Phoenix. Rogers and his bench will laugh that one off. Could have been set point for LVC. Instead, it's 19 serving 23. That passed way behind the court by Shorts. This pretty much just a free ball. Dug by Lewis. Haggard on the left side into the block of Adams and covered. Lewis into the block of Rogers. Really good touch and picked up by Pelletier. Kessel over the top of the block. Lewis again. Did he get Kessel on the tip? Yes, he did. Nice acting attempt by Kessel, but the touch was detected by our line judge. That was a good call, and a nice play by Brian Lewis dealing with a low and tight set. Swiping it off the block for the kill, and Phoenix is not dead here by any means. 2023, not insurmountable. They did something similar against Team Pineapple this morning. They came back from 21 to 18 twice en route to a 3-0 victory. Shorts to Martin, perfect pass. Kessel off the block and into the antenna. And that'll be a kill for number 18 in white, bringing up set point, 4 of them from Team LVC. It looks like Rogers will be the one with the honors to serve. This now effectively rotation 3 for the Ascension and receive after the 6-2 substitution. Melcher and Lewis have continued to stay on. Good pass from Suarez. And low is rejected by Witkowski, and that'll do it for set 1. Another nice read block by A.J. Witkowski for LVC, and a pretty comfortable win, it seemed, for New York the entire set. It was close early. LVC pulled away with a nice little run. The insertion of the 6-2 worked some wonders. And 25-20, the final score. LVC continues their nice day so far, after beating a good Icemen team 3-2. They have yet to run out of energy in the second of a back-to-back. We will be right back with set 2 action after the break. I want to take a second to thank our sponsors, Swish Live, our live stream platform software provider. Swish Live is an app. This camera that you're seeing is literally just an iPhone. It looks incredible. The scoreboard is integrated. It's incredibly easy to use. It's been a wonderful experience so far working with Swish Live. Also, big shout-outs to Mikasa, providing the official game ball of the VLA, the V200W, the new international standard. And, of course, Smack Sportswear for outfitting all our players in what have to be the coolest sets of threads I've ever seen in a volleyball court. I'm so into these teams' new uniforms. The guys look awesome. Also, a tremendous thank you to Loy Ball and the whole Ball Sports Academy staff. The VLA board had to jump through a lot of hoops to make this event possible, and first and foremost was making sure that this gym, Loy Ball's gym in Northeast Indiana, was safe to host this event amidst the current global environment. and they got all the approvals and everything that they needed to get this event sanctioned to be run by the governments at whatever levels. And a lot of work has been done by Loy and his staff and the VLA board to make this event possible. So we appreciate their work, and we appreciate all of you tuning in to watch. But ready to go for set number 2. Zanzuki and Peterson, the setter opposite combo for Phoenix once again, just the way they started the last set. And right away, we have a service error by Braswell. Braswell and Hosley also back in as the setter opposite for New York on the far side. Zanzuki with the jump spin serve, a very consistent server. Nice pass by Pelletier. Crushed by Witkowski, risk away. Did that touch Suarez? Yes, it did. Kessel again with the big jump spin serve. Working on Haggard. That's Peswell off the net. Suarez will run this down. Pretty good hittable ball for Peterson, who rolls it over the top. Basically a free ball here for LVC. Shorts down the line and right on the end line. I think that's a good call. I think that ball was in. Really nice delivery by Braswell. I love the way this kid's setting the offense, really pushing speed, but not sacrificing the height that the hitters need the ball to be at when they're contacting it. Kessel again, this time misses well short. Haggard serving once again. A new addition to the Ascension roster this year. Just out of bounds in the jump serve. Big shout outs to Coley Palakowski in the chat. If you're watching this, get in the chat. Spam whatever emojis of the team that you're supporting. Kind of cool thing about the teams that they've got one for each of them. Nice swing by Kawiakamoa on the left side there. Cactuses for Ascension. Flamingos for LVC. Ice cubes or snowflakes for Icemen. And obviously the pineapple for Team Pineapple. Yeah, get active in the chat. Let's see it. I'm looking at it the whole time throughout the match. Low serving. Rogers is dug, but not for long. It's hard to describe the feel of this match so far. I feel like the scores have been close, except for that one LVC run in set 1 that kind of got them separated. Then they coasted to the win. The level of volleyball has been high, but the energy level has not quite been as high. Oh, nice set from Zanzuki. That ball unfortunately hit the antenna off the attack of Peterson. LVC understandably playing the second leg of a back-to-back. That is a lot of volleyball. Ascension played this morning, but a different look for both teams in their previous matches today. Kawiakamoa into the block, and he's rejected by Rogers. What outstanding blocking fundamentals by number 10 in white. He just does such a good job of moving his feet, recognizing the situation first, keeping his hands high, and making only one move with his arms, pressing over only, not up then over. The guy like never gets tooled. It's amazing. Such a valuable asset. Hosley with a jump spinner working on Kawiakamoa. Doherty, another good read by Rogers. The block still on the Ascension side. Kawiakamoa cross court is dug. Wow, what a ball by Pelletier. Sent over as a free ball. Where does Zanzuki go with this one? Haggard out of the pipe, and he misses it long. This good-looking offense, maybe just a tiny bit underset. Haggard couldn't get on top of it. Hosley in New York leads 7-3, a little run that they've been on recently. Rogers really enforcing his will at the net for New York. Just out of bounds, Hosley trying to go for the deep cross-court corner. Oh, one-on-one from wow. That had highlight reel potential. Really nice set from Braswell, getting pretty much a one-on-one. Shorts had a lot of line to swing at, but a pretty good reaching block touch by Zanzuki. Still a kill, but could have been an absolute bomb. I really like Landon Shorts' game so far. The first I've watched him in person. Super springy, great arm, really, really dynamic, and has a rocket of a jump serve. Let's see if we can do some damage here. Good one, but that's a foot fault. Puts his toe on the service line as he jumps, called right away by our line judge. And Kawayakamoa passes a nail anyway as he goes back to serve. Been mostly float serving so far today, has Joe K. But definitely has a jump spinner in his arsenal. Really good pass from Kessel. Hosley out of the back row, off the block and out of bounds. Well, I just heard one of the guys complaining about being sweaty. It's a problem in this gym right now. It's really hot here in Northeast Indiana. We'll have to take all the time we need to wipe off the floor, make sure that it's safe for the guys. Rogers there in a diving effort for one of his patented digs. Couldn't quite come up with it. Kill for Connor Doherty, 6 serving 9. And Doherty with a really good float serve, capable of doing some damage. Unfortunately, the commentator's curse. And a service error, not even close. Haggard on the left side against 3 blockers, chops across court, dug by Pelletier. Braswell literally shoves Kessel to the floor to get him out of the way. The play continues, another slip, that time by Peterson. Oh, and there's a double contact. Weird sloppy play there. A couple slips, couple collisions, and then a ball handling error. Let's send Zanzuki back to the line to serve for the Phoenix Ascension. Let's see if Vince can keep up his streak of never missing jump serves, unless I jinxed him just now. Nope, that's another good one. Perfect pass, though, by Kessel. Whoa, what a bomb on the right side. Landed out of bounds. That's because it touched the block of Haggard. That was ridiculous. I swear Cody Kessel just literally levitated off the ground just now. That was sensational. Kessel to serve. Whoa. Nice set from Zanzuki. Chopped down the line by Haggard, but a really good dig. Hosley on the right, into the block of Peterson, but kept alive, and on 2! Popped up right in Shorts' wheelhouse, and he slaps it down to the floor. Sweet play there from Team LVC. They lead by 5, 12-7. Kessel again. Cuts that one short, working on Haggard. He's pretty much out of the offense here. Low into it. May have been the face of Shorts. Yeah, I think it was. And that ball is long gone off the block touch. Great pass by Sam Haggard, doing a really nice job bettering the ball all the time, receiving the ball really well. And he'll get a look at the service line here. Nice set from Kessel. A good dig from Suarez. Zanzuki to Haggard out of the back row, tipped and picked up by Pelletier. A little bit underset, but Shorts gets the better of Peterson on the kind of joust interaction. Another point for Team LVC out of New York. LVC's maturity and emotional stability is really impressive to me. They never really get rattled by anything. A lot of them have played together for so long. Nice swing by Kawakamoa through a big seam. But even when LVC does add new pieces, which this weekend they have done, the culture that Chris Hosley has created is really impressive because the guys are so level-headed. It's another aspect of Team Pineapple that I really respect. And our match MVP from this morning's match, Daniel Jacobs, who had a sensational match on the outside against Team Pineapple, comes in as a service sub here, replacing Garrett Lowe. Him and the Ascension trail by 4. Perfect pass by Shorts. Rogers into the block of Doherty. And a diving Haggard can't quite keep it off the floor. Nice, smooth, easy look inside out for LVC. They really do a good job of making the game look easy. Service sub is undone in the Ascension side. Several members of both of these teams appeared on my podcast, The Deep Corner, throughout the last several months. Chris Hosley, Cody Kessel, Vince Zanzuki, I think twice. Joe Kawakamoa, sick run by Doherty there, by the way. A bunch of Zach Melcher from the Ascension, a bunch of guys on both of these teams. Brian Lewis as well. I had the pleasure of getting on the show and talking to. And all of them have incredible volleyball stories. They're great people. They have unique volleyball backgrounds. So once the weekend is over, if you want to get to know these guys even better, go check out The Deep Corner. All the podcasts available on YouTube, on this very YouTube channel. After that, Doherty killed Sean Peterson back to serve for Phoenix. Working on Kessel with the floater. Another perfect pass. And the Bix sailed out of bounds. Uncharacteristic. Cody just got a little bit underneath that one. Nice set choice by Braswell, too. Rotation 4 receive here for New York, Only leading by 3 now. Nice play by Braswell, throwing that one to the floor. We saw him aggressive as a front row setter in the last match against Chicago. That's now a couple times we've seen him go up, take a quick look at the block, turn his shoulders, and two-handed dump the ball down. I really like that play. Shorts with a jump spinner again. Ace serve, Landon Shorts with a cannon. That thing had a pretty wicked little left to right tail to it as you're looking at it on the screen. It got away from Haggard's midline really quickly. 16-11, back to a 5-point advantage for New York. Looking pretty commanding in this match, to be honest. That one barely missed out of bounds. That looked like it could have been another ace. But maybe one tile long of the end line. Kawakamoa got to be the Ascension's go-to guy offensively, at least with this lineup iteration. Good float serve targeting Shorts, taking him out of the play, and Hosley's rejected. The concept of service pressure doesn't necessarily mean service speed. When you can put it in a good place, either take a player out of the offense, put the team at 15 feet off the net, you have a big advantage blocking and defending, and Kawakamoa proved it there. That time, that's a perfect pass. And Kessel into the block of Zanzuki, but out of bounds. Pretty good one-on-one move by number 10 in purple, but not good enough. As Cody Kessel with another kill on the left side. Just out of bounds by Rogers again. LVC's serving could use just a little bit of cleaning up here. But as long as they keep siding out as perfectly as they have been, they are in no danger. Another setter joust or setter dump win on a tight ball by Luke Braswell. Looked like the block was over that, but Braswell just shoved it in front of him, and it landed on the Ascension side. And this is just a straight-up setter-for-setter substitution. Eric Martin, who we talked about in the last set, replacing Braswell straight up. Nice hang by Hosley. Hosley with a rejection. 2 physical net plays by old man Chris Hosley. not all that old at 38. He was compared to his teammate Eric Martin, who's 47, and just replaced a setter, Braswell, who's literally half his age at 23. Funny the age disparity on the LVC side right now. Nice physicality by Hosley, who's no stranger to the weight room. Martin's flow serve just barely misses short. Zanzuki trying to pick his guys up here. Really consistent server like we've talked about. Martin to Kessel on the right side, tipped over the top, pick up by Haggard. Peterson on the right, into the block of Hosley, covered again. Shorts out of the Bick. And turned cross body. A stab by Zanzuki, not good enough to keep it in play. The LVC lead back to 5. And Ascension running out of time here, otherwise they could easily be looking up at an 0-2 deficit. Kessel again. Cuts that one short, recognized well by Suarez. Low crossbody out of the middle. What a diving play by Martin, but not quite good enough for Pelletier to chase down. Good float serve by Haggard. What a set by Martin. And right on the end line by Hosley. What a play from the two longtime LVC veterans. A one-handed dish by the 5'5" Eric Martin. And put away through the seam by Captain Hosley. Speaking of Hosley, inserted into the match now is the younger Hosley, James, number 21 in white, as a service sub. Oh, a misconnection there out of the middle. A little bit confusing. That set was for Garrett Lowe, but he didn't know anything about it. Down the line, float serve missed wide by Hosley. And James is going to stay in here to pass the ball. Who's he replacing? He's actually he replaced the middle, and he's going to stay in and basically play libero, even though he's wearing the same color jersey as everyone else. Yep, good pass by James. But Rogers is roofed by Doherty. Cole, you're asking on stream, who just moved to Mississippi? Connor Doherty, the guy who just blocked that ball, number 9 in purple. Lives and works in Mississippi now, at least that's what we were talking about last night. Ooh, tough pass. What a set by Chris Hosley. And shorts through a seam in the block right on the end line. (23-18) this set. It's felt like it's been LVC's set to lose this entire time. And they're only 2 points away. There's Peterson down the line. Dug over the net. Ascension has another chance at it. Kawakamo with the roll shot, picked up by Shorts. Hosley out of the back row, dug by Zanzuki, but right on the net for Rogers, and he slaps it to the floor. Bringing up set point LVC. Yeah, the perspiration on the floor in the gym here at the BSA becoming a problem for sure. You can tell the guys are slipping a little bit more and more after every play. What a set by Zanzuki to Doherty. That was awesome. I love the way Vince is not afraid at all to throw the ball into his middles from anywhere on the floor. So one set point saved, but still an uphill battle for the Ascension to stop LVC from going up 2-0 here, 19-24. Good pass by Shorts. Kessel crushed out of the pipe, and that'll do it. Boy, is that just a beautiful thing to watch, that Bick flying up and coming out of nowhere. And in pretty convincing fashion, 25-19, the final set score in favor of Team LVC. They go up 2-0. Looking to end their day today undefeated. This is both teams' last match of the day. We'll have one more at 6 p.m. Eastern between the Chicago Icemen and Team Pineapple. We'll take a quick break in between sets. We'll be right back with set number 3. Don't go anywhere. LVC's up 2-0. There it is. Set number 3 coming your way live on the Volleyball League of America YouTube channel. I'm Rob St. Clair. Thanks again for joining us. New York Legion, Team LVC, up 2-0. Looking pretty comfortable so far. But a new addition, number 16, Daniel Jacobs, into play opposite, it looks like, for the Phoenix Ascension. Nice serve. Ooh, overpass by Shorts. Chance here for Ascension to get on the board early. And crushed cross-body by Garrett Lowe. Smoked by number 19 in purple. Love it. Feed the big middles. Always got to feed the middles. They put in the work that is often unrecognized, and they deserve to be rewarded with some chances to score points. Senzuki again. Perfect pass by Pelletier. Kessel high over the block. How can you possibly stop that? That is awesome. Great swing by number 18 in white. Catching so high, contacting the ball at the very top of its jump. And as fast as that's run, even if the block was well formed, he would still be over the top of it. Nice feed from Braswell, and he goes back to serve here. Wow, weird play there. It's kept on the Phoenix side. What a play by Pelletier. Can Hosley bring this back? Yes, but not for long. Phoenix is going to take that point. Cute little back set by Garrett Lowe that time. Every middle also loves the chance to set the ball, as rarely as it happens. Two serving, one Phoenix. Haggard with the jump serve that time, misses it wide, or long, excuse me. And now Kessel with the spinner coming your way, 2-2. Beautiful pass by Suarez. Jacobs over the top of the block can't quite be dug in play by Kessel. First kill of the match for number 16 in purple. Daniel Jacobs, a former NEI All-American at Ottawa University. He was our match MVP this morning on the outside, but being called on to play some opposite here in this match. 3-2 Phoenix. Low with the float serve, working on Kessel. Ooh, and a misconnection on the back one there. Witkowski and Braswell not quite on the same page. Another kind of tough pass. This will be Short's way out of system. Basically a free ball here for Phoenix. Kawiakamoa, sharp cross court. Nice range in the one-on-one, and Phoenix certainly not going away quietly. This match is far from over. And sure enough, CJ Denk, coach for New York, going to call timeout here. Talk about this early on here in set number 3. It doesn't take much of a different look to change everything about the way your team is playing. And already Phoenix playing with a little bit more energy than the last set or set and a half. Garrett Lowe serving for Phoenix out of the timeout, working on Kessel again. Perfect pass. Shorts on the left side, high over the block, and off of Lowe's defensive effort in the deep cross court. Doherty wrist away out of the middle. There's one thing Ascension is doing really, really well. It's running the middle attack. Jacobs to serve for the first time as in the opposite slot. Pretty good pass from Kessel. Shorts down the line. And a lot of space left by Zanzuki. We lovingly call that shot the langle, the line angle, is to go to the outside of the blocker, but it ends up in the middle back of the court. Legion trails by 2, 4-6. Perfect pass from Suarez. Good block by Rogers in the middle. Jacobs rolled over the top. Rogers over the top again, and that'll do it for Team LVC. Transition kill for Lance Rogers. Five serving 6. Hosley again, another very consistent jump server. Overpass, and what a dig by Suarez. Jacobs into the block, and that block's going to be good enough by Rogers. Kind of sat up on the tape for a little while, but it fell on the Ascension side, and we're tied up at 6 apiece. Kawayakamoa cross court, dug by Pelletier. Hosley with the pause. No ball handling error called. Suarez to Kawayakamoa again, rolled over the top, and it falls. Nice off-speed offense by number 8 in purple, Joe Kawayakamoa again. The vision on that guy. Just amazing. And a couple bodies flying to the floor on the LVC side that time. I'm going to have to make sure the floor is clean. Kawayakamoa with the jump spinner this time. I like that choice. Shorts cross court again. That time touched on its way out of bounds. I haven't seen Shorts turn a ball down the line just yet, and he's got a lot of real estate to do so. Just more comfortable putting his thumb down, hitting cross court, I guess. Really good pass by Suarez again, and thumped to the floor by Doherty on the 31. Man, that's something that the connection of Zanzuki to Doherty, that's something those guys do really, really well. Create space in the offense with that 31, find space in blockers, and then execute on it when the opportunity is there. Down the line by Kessel. What a stab by Jacobs. Zanzuki with a swing into the head of Kessel, back on the Ascension side. Bick by Kawayakamoa, but hit just out of bounds. What a crazy point. Zanzuki coming back and taking a rip at it. I like that. The guys all laughing it up about that play. Tied up at 8 early on here, set number 3. Ace serve, Lance Rogers, the lucky clip of the tape. Just like he drew it up, obviously. Tight pass again. What a play by Zanzuki. That is brilliant. Throwing it off the block of Kessel and out of bounds. That's so awesome. Great veteran play by number 10 in purple. He goes back to start. This is a fun little miniature battle developing here between Kessel and Zanzuki. It's really been fun to watch. Perfect pass from Shorts. Hosley on the D-ball. Tipped to the floor by Witkowski on one. Kept alive. Rolled over, picked up by Shorts. Braswell to Witkowski. What a dig by Suarez. And right on the sideline on the Ascension side. Some really good defense being played in that rally. LVC takes the lead 10-9. Braswell again with the floater, working on Kawayakamoa's hands. Haggard off the block and out of bounds on the right side. Nice quick step from Zanzuki. Hosley was late to make that move. Witkowski again turns it back that time, dug by Zanzuki. Jacobs with not much transition, rolls it over the top. Free ball here pretty much for LVC. Hosley on the left. Tipped into, I think, the face of Garrett Lowen out of play on the block. Man, what a tough life it must be to be so tall or jump so high that your face is getting over the net all the time. Kessel from the service line. Misses that one short. Serving sub going to come in here, number 13, Brad Friesen. Replaces Garrett Lowe to serve and play some defense. I like that substitution. 11 all. Oh, good serve. This is way out of system for LVC. This will be Hosley from well off the net. Pretty much a free ball here for the Ascension. Chance to take the lead, and Doherty is dug by Kessel. Shorts cross court, dug by Friesen. That's what the substitutions for. Kawiakamoa rolled over the top, dug by Braswell. Right on the net and an Ascension point with Doherty with the tap down. Excellent volleyball from both teams that time. The Phoenix takes the lead 12-11. Shorts on the left. Look at that cross-court angle. Unbelievable. About 10, 12 feet sharp cross-court. That kid's really up in the air. I'm impressed with Landon Shorts' game so far. James Hosley, Chris's younger brother, in to serve as a serving specialist and play some defense. Zanzuki to Doherty again, this time tapped to the floor cross body. Ascension having a ton of success in this set and in the match at large with the middle attack. And Hosley, James that is, like we talked about in the last set, is actually going to stay in and play pretty much the libero spot after being inserted as a service sub. Jacobs, the outside turned opposite for this match with a jump serve coming. Really good pass from Kessel. Shorts into the block at Zanzuki, but it falls on the Ascension side. And we're going to get the 6-2 substitution once again on the New York side. E, as he's commonly known, Eric Martin, comes in to set Ryan Adams, number 17 White, in to play opposite. Doherty on something that resembles a slide. Pretty much a free ball here for LVC. Look how high Shorts had to jump to get that ball. Kawiakamoa on the left, high into the hands of Rogers. This will be a free ball. What's Phoenix going to do with this? Doherty for the lead is blocked but covered. And a crazy net exchange won by Rogers in New York, and they take the lead 14-13. Martin serving again. I don't know what it is about the rotations when LVC inserts the 6-2, but just somehow it continues to score points. Oh, what a play by Martin. That ball's up. Into the block, covered by Martin again. Shorts dunked straight to the floor with two hands. What a pancake by the 47-year-old Eric Martin. That blows my mind because in my whole playing career, I have 0 pancakes in my life. And E at age 47 is getting them here on the live stream. Not fair, man. Leave some for the rest of us. Crushed by Kawiakamoa. What a dig by Kessel. Oh, and the roll shot by Shorts missed badly. Shorts is short, you could say, on that occasion. Sorry, I had to make the pun at least once. Wow, that actually ended up being legal. And a reset into the block by Ascension. Where does Zanzuki go here? That's going to be a free ball again on the misconnection. Adams on the left side with a kill in rotation 1. And LVC takes the lead by 2. An interesting couple of scramble play sort of battles that have developed here lately. And I don't know, something about having Eric Martin on the floor for LVC seems to make them more likely to win those scrappy points. Shorts coming with the jump serve. And the put away by Lance Rogers on the overpass off the block attempt by Zanzuki. And a big point on serve here for LVC. 17-14 is a pretty decent margin. And right on cue, a timeout from Phoenix. Just to talk about the format of this weekend again really quickly. We've got 4 teams in the house this weekend. We're going to do just a round-robin pool play, so 6 matches total, 3 matches per team. Once each team has finished their 3 matches, we will reseed them 1 to 4. and then play a bracket. So 1 will play 4, 2 will play 3 in the semifinals. Then we'll play for bronze, then we'll play for gold. That'll be on Sunday. So this not a do-or-die match by any means for either team. But LVC putting themselves in a really nice position right now, up 2-0 and on the verge of winning 3-0 to be definitely in the driver's seat for that 1 seed. And that is an advantageous schedule when it comes to Sunday, because the 1 seed plays the first semifinal tomorrow afternoon. And then if they win, they don't play again till the gold medal match Sunday evening. So a lot of rest for the players is the reward for the 1 seed. And a reward for Landon Shorts out of the timeout with a cheeky service ace off the tape. And that's kind of a crippling blow for Phoenix, hoping for the exact opposite result out of the timeout. That's what Phoenix was looking for. Shorts commits the error, but LVC still leads by 3. Doherty with the floater, working on Hosley's hands. Shorts is going to have to run this down. Kessel with the attempted flying jump platform pass. Not a he takes a bow for the crowd afterwards. Not one you see every day. (16-18) now the score. And the fastest offense that anybody ever did see was too fast for Kessel to keep up with. And now you got to be careful here, because Phoenix trails only by 1. LVC does not want to extend this match any further than they have to. And that'll help on the Doherty service error. Witkowski comes back into the front row in the middle blocker spot. Martin and Adams stay in, at least for 1 more rotation, as they're still in their background front row spots respectively. Rogers to serve. Good pass by Kawiakamoa. Haggard into the block, dug by Martin. And on 2, Short sends it over, but it's dug pretty easily. And low is rejected by Witkowski. You could hear the LVC bench celebrate when Shorts went up to hit that ball on 2. I love the attempt, and eventually Witkowski with the shutdown block and the lead back to 3. 1 second while we clean up the floor on the Ascension side. Rogers kind of got pump faked by the whistle there. Haggard into the block of Adams and out of bounds. Phoenix hanging around here, 18-20. But they're going to need a couple points on serve in the next few rotations. Good couple rotations they are, though, as Zanzuki serving and Jacobs back to the front row. LVC looking to finish this thing out in sweeping fashion. Oh, rejection by Jacobs. Kessel couldn't beat him down the line, and now the deficit's only 1. Zanzuki serving 19-20, been really consistent jump spin and working on Shorts. There's another one, but a perfect pass. Adams on the right side, into the block and just out of bounds. Fortunate break for LVC as that thing lands wide of the sideline. Their lead back to 2 as the 6-2 is undone here. Luke Braswell will serve. Chris Hosley back in to play the opposite. An insurance point here would be big for LVC in the late stages here, set number 3. Jacobs through the block and down. What a dynamic athlete Daniel Jacobs is. Got a cannon for an arm. I like the way he just gets up there and swings away, plays well above his height on the roster. Haggard with the float serve, working on Kessel. Another hammer. Speaking of playing above your height on the roster, if that's even possible for the 6'7" Kessel. I like how smoothly he transitions from passing and right back to hitting on the right side in rotation 1. And the LVC lead still 2, 22-20. Close to a foot fault, but it didn't matter as that serve misses short. But all LVC needs to do is side out perfectly 3 more times, and this match is over. With a float serve of Garrett Lowe, he's targeted Cody Kessel's hands thus far most of the match. That's where he goes again. This time it's his platform. Witkowski into the block. Kept alive. This will be a free ball sent over for LVC. Oh, no. Legal on the first contact, of course. Diving play by Zanzuki. Another free ball. That one just out of bounds, though. That ball totally slipped through Witkowski's hands, but it's legal. Any double contacted ball in one motion is legal on the first contact only. That rule changed a few years ago. And a nice reaction by libero Mike Pelletier, keeping that ball alive. That could have been disaster for LVC, but instead they lead once again by 2, 23-21 as we clean up the Ascension side. Jacobs, a Chester against Braswell. Another big swing from 16 in purple, not letting his team go down without a fight here. And back at the service line where he did some serious damage in this morning's match, this set is not even close to over. 22-23. Ascension need one here. And they don't get it. Not quite. That serve missed just out of bounds. We've got a match point coming up here. It's the captain, Chris Hosley. Pretty good pass from Haggard, set by Suarez to Jacobs out of the back row, and he registers the kill off the tape. One match point saved, but now Ascension needs one on serve if they want to extend this match. Rotation 4 receiver for Team LVC. One side out and this match is over. Perfect pass by Shorts. Rolled into the block but covered. Right on the net. Rogers on the middle attack. Zanzuki's going to keep it alive. So Haggard wins the net play, but this ball's still alive. Shorts on the left, and he misses it out of bounds. And this is not over yet. It's 24-24. Nice hustle by Zanzuki, bringing that ball back. LVC with a couple opportunities to terminate this match. Shorts and Rogers unable to do so. 24 all now. Must win by 2 to take the set. There's Shorts with a nice restorative swing, one-on-one. Beautiful delivery from Braswell again, and now another match point for Team LVC. This time it'll be Shorts with the serve. Cody Kessel to the front row. Very strong front row for LVC right now, blocking-wise. Kessel, Rogers, and Braswell. Rotation 5 receive for Phoenix. Doherty and Haggard, the front row hitters. Perfect pass, and Doherty again on the 31. How effective has that combination been? Huge credit to Sam Haggard on the pass there as well. 25 all. Doherty serves. Tough pass. Can Hosley run this down? He can. Free ball coming here for Phoenix. Haggard into the block is covered. Haggard again. Dug sharp cross court. Overpass picked up by Kessel. Big play here. Kessel jumped way too early. Tips it over the block. Zanzuki to Kawiyakamoa, and that ball's in right on the sideline. And now the Ascension have a set point. A crazy transitional rally there. Bunch of off-speed shots and smart volleyball, bettering the ball. Get the combination play on the Bic. And Ascension's go-to guy, Kawiyakamoa, with the kill. That ball just out of bounds. That is the bad service error. 26 all. Rogers float serving. Kawiakamoa handles it nicely. Haggard down the line. Nice and smooth. Nice easy side out. Brings up another Ascension set point. Serve from Zanzuki, likely to go right to Landon Shorts. Rotation 6 here for Legion. That time it's Kessel. Breslau pushes it all the way out, and nice roll shot by Kessel, beating the block of Jacobs. Another set point saved. Braswell, who won the last match with a float service ace at 14-13, could do some serious damage here if he can apply some pressure. Row 1 receive for Phoenix. Jacobs is a really good option on the left side. Nice pass. Haggard straight down the line. Beautiful delivery from Zanzuki again. And Phoenix continuing to pass the ball extremely well. That's the reason why they're still in this thing. 28-27, set point once again. Haggard with the floater. Shorts brings it back. Out of system swing coming from Hosley. Tipped over the top, kept alive. Kawiakamoa for the set, and he scores. Off the corners of the block into a seam and out of bounds. And the Phoenix Ascension are on the board, 29-27. The final score, an impressive effort from the Arizona boys. We've got more volleyball coming your way. Legion still leads 2-1, but this match is not over yet. We will be right back with set number 4. Curious to see if either team makes changes here in preparation for set number 4. They may have switched the positioning of their middles, at least on the Ascension side. Jacobs remains in at the opposite. Attempted dump over by Zanzuki, but the overpass. The ball right up on top of the plane. Fisted to the floor by Connor Doherty. Don't see a whole lot of setter dump from Vince. You see a lot of nice, smooth, consistent jump serves, though. Forces another overpass. And an over-the-net violation committed by either Jacobs or Doherty, reaching over and grabbing and touching that ball before it got to the plane. I think that's a good call by up official Dave Sines. Tied up at 1 early going here, set number 4. Legion leads 2-1 in sets. Cody Kessel to serve. Good effort by Haggard to run that down. Free ball coming from Suarez. Wow, what a rip by Kessel out of the back row. Unbelievable elevation. And Doherty actually made a pretty good read. He was there to stop that, but the way Kessel broad jumps is basically a front row attack at that point. It's incredible. And I love the choice by Braswell to set Kessel while he's in the middle of serving. I really like how setters do that. Great move by Kawiakamoa on the pass. Smart shot by Haggard, keeping that ball alive. Chance here for Braswell and LVC. Shorts through the block and down. Another kill on the Kessel serve for the New York Legion. Chops that one short. Haggard handles it easily. Jacobs on the left, sharp cross court, puts it away. Man, Daniel Jacobs has a heck of an arm. I'm really impressed by this kid. Haggard with the float serve, working on Pelletier's hands. Perfect pass. Hosley on the right. Chopped down the line. Beautiful range by number 1 in white. Nice late shoulder turn. And Suarez not expecting that. Did not have his foot on the sideline. That ball a little bit underset. Tapped over the net. Kept alive by Hosley. Chance here for short. Sharp cross court. What a dig by Suarez. Kawiakamoa. Sorry, that's Haggard tipped out of the back row. And rejected. Hosley is shut down by Kawiakamoa. And a big point for Phoenix there. 3 serving 4 now. We do have a middle blocker switch on the Phoenix side. Number 14, Mark Olson, enters the match for the first time instead of Garrett Lowe. Rogers elevates, is blocked by Olson but kept alive. Shorts rolls it over. Beautiful play by Kawiakamoa to keep it alive, but Olson can't keep it inside the antennas. Hosley set to serve, rotation 3 receive here for Phoenix. Perfect pass. Crushed crossbody by Olson. You can see that one coming a mile away. Olson has just a fascinating look about the way that he moves his body and turns his shoulders and does his footwork when it comes to middle attacking. I'm really interested in his game. Got a big old whippy arm, too. Ace serve! Daniel Jacobs right on the end line. Splits the seam of Shorts and Kessel. Jacobs made a big difference since entering the match. He's playing with a lot of confidence. Another rip, handled really nicely by Shorts. That was Kessel, excuse me. Shorts is dug cross court by Suarez. Olson again, that time right through Lance Rogers' arms. Off the block and out of bounds. Unlucky for number 10 in white. Phoenix takes the lead, 6-5. Just out of bounds that time by Jacobs, and LVC's off the hook, at least in this rotation. Oh, nice move by Haggard late to get that ball off the tape, and an exceptional swing. Like Kawiakamoa reaching high into the line and pulling that ball down to the end line. It's not a single thing in volleyball that Joe Kawiakamoa does not do really well. Jump spin coming from Kawiakamoa. Working on Kessel. Really nice pass. Kessel over the top down the line, but stabbed at by Kawiakamoa, but it goes underneath the net before Haggard can grab it. The stars are really starting to shine here in this match. Kessel kind of starting to take control on the LVC side. Kawiakamoa and Jacobs kind of doing the same. I like to see that. That's fun. Sevens. Just out of bounds on the float serve. Olsen, the serve's got a couple different options. He's got a kind of choppy sort of hybrid, and he's got a pretty normal float serve. This will be the floater. Crossbody Witkowski missed it out of bounds. 1 or 2 feet wide of the sideline. A big point for Ascension, giving him a 2-point lead. Olsen handled by Shorts. Tight pass right on the net. I think that's a legal play. Yes, it is. Olsen will set this ball. Back set to Haggard, who's dug by Pelletier. Kessel tries to terminate, but he's dug by Haggard again. Doherty wins the joust. Kessel again down the line, dug by Jacobs. That ball not quite into the ceiling. Free ball sent over. Where does Braswell go here? Witkowski is dug. Doherty is dug off the block touch. Kessel with the free ball, picked up by Jacobs, barely kept alive. Free ball. Scored. It wasn't even a free ball. Kawiakamoa with an out-of-system rip out of the back row. What a crazy scramble point by both teams. Whew, got to take a breather after that one. There's a lot of floor wiping to do. A lot of catching your breath to do. That was a fun play. Just barely out of bounds on the serve by Olsen. Braswell serving with his team down by 2. Perfect pass from Haggard. Doherty again, crossbody. Those guys make it look really easy. Phoenix running a pretty smooth offense since going down 0-2. And they lead 11-8 here in the 4th. One of the first service errors I've ever seen Zanzuki make. I'll have to give him a hard time about that one later. 9-11 LVC. Kessel opting for the float serve, maybe just trying to conserve some energy, which I definitely respect. Again! Zanzuki to Doherty. Man, I could watch those guys run 31 from 25 feet away all day long. And a timeout here by LVC. They are, I think, feeling the effects of the back-to-back here finally. Their energy level has dipped substantially, while the Ascensions has only ascended throughout this match. Sorry, had to do that one too. It'll be 12 serving 9 Phoenix when we come out of this timeout. If LVC had to play back-to-back 5-setters, that would just be a grueling day of volleyball, especially after so many months without real competition. Haggard out of the timeout, rotation 2 receive here for New York. I like Kessel on the Bick on a good pass in this rotation. Ooh, not a good pass by Shorts. You get to take a swing at this, though. High off the hands, dug by Haggard. Haggard out of the back row, and he beats the block and scores on the New York side. Haggard again. This time handled by Pelletier, well off the neck, going to be set by Kessel. Shorts cross court, misses it wide. And the float serve of Sam Haggard, of all things, is the thing giving LVC fits right now. They cannot side out of rotation 2. Another tough pass. Shorts again, this time into the block. Should be covered pretty easily. Braswell to Hosley. Cross-court through the seam and a big-time swing for the Legion captain. His team needed that one. Zanzuki to Jacobs. Hammered down the line. Yakamoa walks away celebrating immediately. Pretty looking swing there. Doherty again with the float serve. See if he comes in and plays some defense. Shorts is rejected by Olsen. And Ascension has totally tuned into the scouting report that Landon Shorts is just not comfortable hitting the ball down the line. They're leaving him tons of it, but he's still trying to go angle, and Olsen that time with really good handwork, pressing over right away with his left hand. 16-10. As big of a lead as Ascension has had the entire match, I think. Braswell to Rogers, who does a nice job slapping it high off the block and out of bounds. I don't know about all you viewers, but it's possible we're headed to a set 5 here. Hosley handled easily by Haggard. Olsen! What a bomb, and what a set by Zanzuki with one hand. Highlight reel potential on several of these plays from the Phoenix Ascension lately. And here comes the 6-2 again on the New York side. Martin and Adams, the new setter and opposite duo. Like I was saying earlier in the last set that they came in, that duo just seems to make their team score points for one reason or another. Really good pass by Pelletier. Tapped over by Rogers, kept alive. set to the outside by Jacobs, rolled over by Kawayakamoa, and it scores. Another point on serve for Phoenix, 18-11. What a pass by Kessel again. Shorts trying to hit deep cross court on the right side, and he misses it wide. Oh, a very honorable call. Mark Olson admitting a very small block touch. Nice sportsmanship by number 14 in purple. That will be a kill for Landon Shorts after all. Correct score 17-12. That one missed out of bounds. (18-12) should be the score right now, if I'm not mistaken. Martin keeps that one alive. Adams into the block. Kept alive by Martin. This will be free balled over. Crushed cross court by Haggard through a seam in the block. I think the score is 20-12 after all. Another good serve by Kawayakamoa, this time the floater. What a set by Martin. Kessel is dug by Kawayakamoa. Suarez to the outside. The net play won by Adams but kept alive. Shoots set to Olsen but not quite. Wait, it was high enough. That skirted through the block somehow. Everything going the Phoenix Ascension's way. They lead by 9, 21-12. An incredible bounce back performance by Phoenix after going down 2-0, and it looks like we are heading to 5. Adams misses it long. And another LVC hitting error. (22-12) the score. Phoenix has really pulled away. Perfect pass from Kessel. Adams blocked by Haggard but kept alive. Oh, look at that by Zanzuki, tipping it deep corner on one. An amazing performance by the Phoenix Ascension in this set, and just a smart veteran play that time by Vince Zanzuki. 23-12. I can't even believe that this lead has swelled up to 11. Kawayakamoa again, this time with the floater. Another perfect pass from Kessel. Rogers is dug. Jacobs is dug and into the ceiling. That ball's out of bounds. Point for Phoenix again. I don't know how long it's going to take LVC to just throw Cody Kessel the ball. Not been able to get out of this rotation. They haven't even attempted to set probably the best player on the floor. On set point, a service error by Kawayakamoa. One set point save, but it's probably not going to be enough, barring a miracle. There's now number 12, Mike Marshman, is going to come in here for LVC, replacing Witkowski. Probably a good idea. Get Marshman a little bit warm. Witkowski playing 2 matches in a row. Got to be gassed. 32 set. Wow. 32 to Haggard, tipped kind of across his body, skyhook style. And we're going 5, boys and girls. 25-13, and a drumming of LVC by the Phoenix Ascension. And LVC is going to be searching for some answers here in set 5 after going up 2-0, thinking it was going their way. Ascension on the verge of a 2-0 record here today. If they can keep this energy and momentum going through set 5, we will see what happens when we come back after the break. LVC bench replaced by Mike Marshman. Two just fresher pieces off the bench. A lot of these other guys have got to be absolutely gassed after playing 2 5-setters in a row. So inserting some fresh blood off the bench is a good idea. Low into the block. Low back into the match as well for the Ascension. Another good block touch. Suarez to Haggard. Dug down the line. Kessel turns it cross body. Nice vision. You saw Kessel get up there and look and see that he could turn cross body and score down the line that time. One 0 New York in this best-of-5 tiebreaker. Norton again. This time misses it short. Zanzuki against LVC rotation 5. And another service error, uncharacteristic. Hosley remaining in at the opposite, by the way, for LVC. Kessel obviously still in. They're going to have to ride him to get across the finish line in this set 5, you would think. Rogers serving. Marshman into the game. Another tough pass from Suarez. Haggard runs it down. Can Suarez send this back over the net? He can. Handled by Marshman, who tips it straight to the floor. Wow, what a play by New York. Heck of a hustle play by C.J. Suarez. Keeping that ball alive after a tough first pass. With the hustle play not rewarded. As Marshman runs the give and go and tips it to the floor. New York with an early 2-point lead here, 3-1. Rogers again. Good pass by Kawayakamoa. Ooh, not a good set by Zanzuki that time. Way too far outside the pin. And that mistake gives New York a 3-point lead now, and that could be huge. Like we talked about in the last match, everything in a set 5, every point on serve, every error, magnified by so much because the room for error is less to only 15 points. Another good pass by Kawayakamoa. Jacobs hammered through a small seam. Ascension needed that one in a big way. Haggard back to serve now. What a delivery from Braswell and a bomb cross-court one-on-one by Kessel. That is what LVC has been waiting to see. That's the offense that I expect to see out of those guys. And perfect passing sure helps a lot. That was big time. Kessel is so high in the air. I can barely believe it. Oh, a service error that time by Braswell. Don't expect any 6-2 this set for LVC. I'd be shocked if they went for it. They've got to keep the starting setter in for offensive continuity. Another serve. This time a float service error into the net by Garrett Lowe. Either exhaustion or lack of focus contributing to these float serve misses. Kessel going for it with jump spinner, cuts it short, pretty handled well by Suarez. Jacobs gets his feet inside, cuts it down the line, but dug by Pelletier. Norton is roofed, but covered somehow. Hosley down the line, dug by Suarez. Jacobs again, under set ball. Dug by Braswell. Norton waffled out of bounds. What a weird offensive point that was. I don't think Braswell had to take that first touch. I think Kessel was there, and then the LVC offense could have operated normally. That's a big point. Ascension now down only by 2, 4-6. Tight pass. I don't know what the call quite is going to be here. Back row attack is the call. I think that's correct. Braswell, a back row setter. Captain Hosley for LVC is going to go over and argue this. But the call's going to stand at back row attack. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. But Coach CJ Denk on the sidelines for LVC is saying, next point, move on to the next play. He either agrees with the call or just wants to move on. LVC still up by 1. Jacobs serving 5-6. Just out of bounds by Jacobs. Not by much. His substitution in here, Shorts, outside hitter off the bench. Has started most of the match, so he's nice and warm. But this time used as a service sub for Mike Marshman. Barely kept alive. This will be a free ball at best, and it's not going to be good enough. LVC takes the lead 8-5, and the teams are going to change sides here. This is exactly what the doctor ordered for LVC. A couple guys fresh off the bench, even the ones who played last match, have been huge to change the overall energy of this team. It is hard to play back-to-back matches. It's even harder for them both to go 5 sets. So the depth really on display here for the New York boys. And so far rewarded with an 8-5 lead in set number 5, but this match is not over yet. Rotation 4 receive here for Phoenix. Shorts down the line, handled pretty well by Kawiakamoa. And the kill by Doherty off the touch, at least of Kessel, if it didn't touch the block. Nice put away for the Ascension. Shorts back to the bench of the service sub. Connor Doherty has been sensational hitting out of the middle in this match. So impressed by him. Kawiakamoa with the float serve. Beautiful pass by Kessel. Norton over the top of the block, dug by Suarez. Transition opportunity here. Doherty again with the tap down. They're doing such a good job of moving Connor Doherty around and finding space in the LVC block. And Zanzuki never shy about feeding it in fast. Ascension trails by 1, 7-8 now. Norton on the left, cross court, dug by Haggard. Zanzuki can keep this alive, but this might just be a free ball. Jacobs a little too aggressive with the roll shot, misses it short. That's a big point for LVC. They're back up by 2 with Hosley to serve, 9-7. Hosley keeps it in play, handled perfectly by Suarez. Haggard straight down the line, crossbody. Man, that dude's got some range. I'm really impressed with how he misdirects blocks and defenses with where his shoulder is lined up compared to where he ends up hitting the ball. That is a straight up crossbody crunch right there. Eight serving 9. LVC just needs perfect side out and they can win this match. This is far from over. Nice pass by Kessel. Norton on the left side, a little bit behind the ball, but he makes it work off the block and terminates. Rip of a serve by Norton, handled pretty well off the net by Kawiakamoa. Jacobs, high off the hands and out of bounds. That is what the opposite does. Take high, hard swings in out-of-system situations, and you better be able to score at least some of the time. That's been a great substitution for the Ascension. How hard? Kessel had to hang forever to even make contact with that ball. He did, and now LVC going to get another free ball. Kessel again. This time down the line, dug by Zanzuki. This will be a free ball, though, at best. Got to terminate this if you're New York. Kessel again, high off the hands, and dug again. Jacobs, cross court, puts it away. And we are tied at 10. Yeah, I got to call timeout here if you're LVC. Kessel just had 3 swings and reasonably in-system opportunities. Terminated 0 of them. And you can see right now CJ Jang talking to his setter, Luke Braswell, on the sideline. Who on the LVC side other than Kessel is going to be able to come up with an offensive point here? I think that's going to be the decider coming down the stretch. Because Phoenix has a couple of options. If they're in system, Jacobs, Kawayakamoa, or either of the middles, Haggard as well have been great options. This match is going to go a long way for determining who gets that 1 seed when we reseed and go into a bracket, and that is huge. 10-10, first to 5 points wins the best of 5 setter. LVC was up 2-0. Phoenix has stormed all the way back. Hot Jim, energy running low. Who's going to empty the tank and win this thing? Nice pass by Pelletier. Hosley out of the back row. High into the hands. Can Suarez get there? He can, but it goes over the net. Pelletier cancels the free ball. Rogers, that ball hit out of bounds. LVC begging that ball was in, but called immediately by our line judges being long. I could not see it from my angle. There's too much traffic in my way. But what I do know is that it wasn't hand contacted well. I would not be surprised if that did in fact go out of bounds. Ascension leads by 1, their first lead here in set 5. This has to be Kessel, obviously. Over the top of the block and down. Helps to just touch way higher than your blockers. That is one solution for scoring points almost every time. $11-all, but Ascension with a slight statistical advantage, of receiving serve. Rogers serving against Ascension rotation 1. Perfect pass from Haggard. Jacobs smoked down the line. Absolutely blasted. And Jacobs, the absolute spark plug for the Ascension since being inserted as the opposite at the beginning of set 3. 12-11. Marshman flying high off the hands and out of play. The Phoenix bench clamoring that Connor Doherty made that play. Unfortunately, he's on the bench right now, so that's illegal. But everyone laughs it off. 12 apiece. This is absolutely coming down to the wire for the second match in a row. Really good pass from Suarez. Kawayakamoa rolled over the top, and Braswell can't pick it up. (13-12). Brad Friesen comes in to serve for the Ascension. A float serve and a good defender could be huge. If Ascension picks up a dig and transitions it into a point, that might be all they need to take this match. Kessel needs to side out. He's got to set this ball, you'd imagine. No, it's Marshman on a nice little push gap set. And he slaps it down crossbody. That's a really good delivery from Braswell. I love that set choice. Now Kessel with an opportunity to take the game into his own hands. Service sub is undone on the Ascension side.
Good stuff this morning, man.
Kessel to break the tie, handled easily by Suarez. Jacobs over the top of the block, dug by Kessel. Norton tools the block and out of bounds. What a dig by Cody Kessel. That is enormous. And now Kessel serving again with match point. 14-13. Does he dial up the pressure or does he just keep the ball in? Rotation 3 receive here for Phoenix. Kawi Akamoa, Doherty, Jacobs, all front row. Great rotation for them. Good pass from Suarez again. Oh, and a ball handling error. The ball slipped right through Zanzuki's hands, and that's the match. That is such a heartbreaker. Wow, of all the times that could possibly happen, it's at 14-13. And LVC, for the second straight match, wins it 15-13 in set 5, excuse me. I cannot believe that ending. Such a great match that did not deserve an ending like that. But as it stands, LVC is undefeated. Albeit both wins in 5. They've gotten the job done today. Ridiculous. My photographer Todd saying just ridiculous. Just a painful way to end a match. Wow. I gotta take a second to digest what we just saw there. I'm gonna get one of the LVC guys on to talk about that match really quick before we kill the stream. But in exactly 1 hour, we got the last match of the day. Pineapple against the Chicago Icemen, all Midwestern battle. That's going to be huge. And I heard a little rumor that a certain 2008 Olympian will be suiting up and setting the rock. And that makes it must-see TV, obviously. So tune in for that one. I'm going to go grab someone from LVC to talk about that win. And we'll see you guys all at 6 p.m. All right. An East Coast volleyball legend, Mr. Eric Martin.
How's it going?
What is up with it, buddy? That thing had everything. That match had everything. Up 2-0, looking like you're coasting. Had a little 6-2 action with you and Adams. And then I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but just playing 2 back-to-back matches, you guys just started to run out of gas.
Yeah, it's exactly that. That's the number one thing. We were losing a little steam. Ascension was making some great plays, and maybe routine plays that we were not making, even some free balls that we were just making a little too hard. So, the ice was tilting in their favor, and then they just kind of mashed us in that 4th set because we just kind of kept making those little dumb mental errors, and then they caught up, and fortunately that 5th set was a nice little battle back and forth. We got a couple fresh guys in. Kind of made a little difference for us there. But
yeah, that's exactly what I was saying when I saw the lineups at the beginning of the 5th set. You just injected a couple fresh legs, fresh bodies in there, and that's so big. 2 back-to-back 5-setters is outrageous. I can't believe Luke and Cody and Pelletier played pretty much every point of all those. But yeah, putting Joe in, putting Marcia in, getting just a couple fresh guys, definitely looked like it was the difference there. And although the ball handling on the other side is not the way you want to win the match, you will take the win of the match.
We'll always take a win, and they're good guys. It's unfortunate that play ended like that. We would rather see a nice, more of a volleyball play, but it happens, and it shows how hot it's been in this gym.
Good point.
And we're all sweating, and I'm only coming in for a few rotations, and I'm drenched, and it's a little exhausting, and I'm tired just from the little bit that I played. So the fact that guys like Cody and Pelly are able to keep that energy up and still play at a high level after their 10th set. So you too, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's a testament to those guys, but it's really hard mentally to keep that up.
Totally, yeah. When you're in a fifth set, there's so little margin for error. It could totally go either way. Yeah. And in both cases, both matches you played today, it happened to go your way, and that's huge. It's impressive. It says a lot about your team that in those clutch moment situations, coming down to the wire, you found a way to just crawl across the finish line, both of them.
Yeah, and if you think about it, you go all the way back to that third set where we had a couple chances to put the whole match away, and we just didn't get the point. And they did their job, and they kept going, they kept at it, and they challenged us. And we could have easily just, maybe if we just mentally were there a little bit more.
Yeah, I almost forgot that you had a couple match points in set 3.
Exactly, and those things are those. It's that classic stuff that you always hear and you try to coach against is. Don't let down, stay aggressive, and then we let up a little bit. They took advantage, and that's the classic scenario where you're like, okay, well, we should have won in 3, but guess what? We barely won in 5. So, you gotta stay on top, and you gotta want that point, every single point. It really shows how it matters.
Well, you gave the people a treat. What could have been a 3-0 turned into a 3-2 barn burner. It was really fun to watch. It's going to be fun to go back and watch it on the YouTube channel, so... Great plan, dude. I'm glad you got in there, got some action. Yeah, dude, nice. I said, I got to say this first. When you pancaked that ball on this side, whatever side it was,
I had it.
Oh, totally, you did.
Okay,
and what I said was, like, come on, man. I've been playing for however many years. I have 0 pancakes in my career. And E at 47 is, like, flinging his body around, like, making pancake plays on the live stream. Like, come on, man. Leave some for the rest of us.
I got low enough is the best way to put it. You can't. If I were to be up and then down, I would have never had it. But fortunately... you saw he had a couple freaking ridiculous roll shots over the block that were just the elastic arm, and, it's really impossible to read. I just got a decent break and got enough on it, so we'll take it.
Well done, buddy. Really fun to watch. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hanging out, yeah.